everyone, how's it going? It is your pal Sal here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to our Miley Cyrus discography journey. So as you guys all know, yesterday we tackled her album Miley Cyrus and Her Dead Petz, and I have nothing more to say other than the fact that because of that album, I am so excited to finally take the time and listen to this album right here, which is called Younger Now. So this is her 6th studio album, and it was released on September 29th of 2017. So just to give you guys context of where I was when this album dropped, I just started my junior year of college when the album came out, and I have my distinct memory is that I remember, obviously I told you yesterday that I had skipped Miley Cyrus and Her Dead Petz, so the last thing I'd heard from Miley album-wise was Bangerz. And when she was announcing that she was finally coming out with her new album, and like this one was like a legit album, I was like, oh my god, we're gonna get Bangerz 2.0. And then the first single, Malibu, dropped, and I remember specifically because it dropped like I think in May or April. It came out towards the end of my sophomore year. And I remember I think I listened to like the first minute and I was like, this is not Bangerz, I want nothing to do with it, and I just didn't listen to it. So I really kind of missed the promotion that this album had. So I remember specifically right around when the album came out, my friend, who, again, this was actually the one who's not my friend anymore, but it was, towards the beginning of my junior year, and she was like, you haven't listened to Malibu? And she was like, Sal, you gotta listen to it. And I was like, you know what, fine, we'll go through and I'll listen to it. And I really definitely enjoyed Malibu a lot. We'll talk about her more when we get to her on the album. And when the album came out, I remember I went to go listen to it, and I have the distinct memory where my college campus was. There was a pawn shop across the street where you could get dollar DVDs, and I remember I would walk there sometimes. And I remember on the walk, I listened to the first 3 songs, which was obviously Younger Now, Malibu, and Rainbowland. And that's all I ever listened to. I don't know why I didn't end up listening to the rest of the album. I just maybe wasn't all that interested, because I did like what I heard, but I don't know, I just wasn't all that hyped to it. But, knowing what I know now about Dead Petz, and also when I think about this album, when I think about it in context, so unfortunately there were a couple things that I think hindered this album. Right as it was released, or right before, Miley was like, I'm already over this album, I'm not touring for it. And I have a feeling, even though I don't know if I can prove this, I think I remember her saying she wasn't going to tour for it, and I remember that pissed me off, because I was trying to relive the Bangerz tour in any way I could. So I just didn't, I don't know, I think that might have been a part of it. So this album did chart at the Billboard 200 at number 5, so I think technically, because I forgot the other, but this might be, not counting Dead Petz, I think this might be her lowest charting album so far. I have a feeling Plastic Hearts is going to do amazing. But there were also only 2 singles, which were Malibu, which charted at number 10, and Younger Now, which charted at number 79. So, unfortunately, this is just kind of like a little, I don't know, I feel like it was kind of forgotten as soon as it was released. And I feel like I'm kind of to blame for that. Not like I did it all, but I mean, I was one of those people that wasn't interested. And knowing what I know now, so what I'm assuming this album is going to kind of be, I know Miley was already over it, but I do know that this album came out of a time and place where she felt really just happy and centered in life. She had just gotten back with Liam, and granted, we all know how that ended up, but she was in a good place. She was in a happy place when she wrote this album. And I have a feeling that it's going to kind of be like, I actually reacted to this album before. I feel like this is kind of like her version of Madonna's bedtime stories. We just literally went so scary, so deep, and now we got to come back and we got to reflect. And we just got to take time, find our inner peace, and just chill. And I'm here for that, and I'm excited to listen to this album and see what it has to offer me. And I guess the best thing to do would be to get started with track number 1, which I do know, and it is called Younger Now, the title track of the album. We love the rain. Let the rain fall down and wash away my dreams. I feel like the rain is kind of washing away the past era, too.
Like all this time I've been asleep, even though it's not who I am.
So already right there, I forgot about this lyric. She's kind of saying that who she was in the past, even then, that wasn't who she truly was. It was kind of a facade. I mean, she was having fun, but it wasn't truly her.
No one stays the same. You know what goes up must go now. Change is a thing you can count on. I feel so much young.
You know, I gotta say, I always love doing these videos because sometimes if there's a song that I just kind of know, sometimes these videos just really help me appreciate it. And guys, I feel awoken right now because, oh my gosh, it's a shame that I didn't listen to this when it came out because I'm kind of sad that this only charted at number 79. It's really pretty. I think it's a great opener to the album. I think it really... I think after, you know, the past couple of years, Miley, I don't think she regrets whatever she did because, I mean, let's be fair. I mean, she didn't really do anything all that crazy, in my opinion. She was having fun. Life's all about having fun. But, I mean, also with that lyric, no one stays the same. Now that she's kind of taking a moment and just going back to her, back to me, as Lindsay Lohan would say, she feels the youngest she's felt probably in the past couple of years. I mean, I remember her in this era, and her hair was absolutely gorgeous. She looked so she looked like a little, I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, she did, oh my God. Dang, I really was feeling this song. It's just about taking a bit, it's just getting back to yourself. I feel so much younger now. Aww, what a great opener. I think that's just such a great opener. So I liked this song before we listened to it, and now I stan it. I really do, so I appreciate it. Track number 2, an absolute masterpiece, we have Malibu.
I never came to the beach or stood by the ocean. I never sat by the shore under the sun with my feet in the sand, but you brought me here. But here I am, next to you. The sky is more blue in Malibu, next to you in Malibu. I'd be here writing this song.
Here we go. Octave, man. Octaves.
Next to you, the sky is so blue in Malibu. Next to you.
Oh my God. I'm kind of, again, I'm mad at myself that I didn't listen to this when it first came out, because I do remember with the time that this came out, so the other album that I was really into, maybe that's also partly why I didn't get into this one, was Shania Twain's Now. I fell in love with that album the second I heard it. And it's a shame because these two would have paired so nicely together. Malibu is a beautiful song. The other day I actually watched this video. I think it was on Jimmy Fallon. And he was like, what are some of your old songs that are still bangers to you? And she was... she talked about that. She talked about like Can't Be Tamed and Who Owns My Heart and 7 Things. But one of the other things in the video, she talked about this song and how she does her lyrical writing process. And I found it so funny the way she said that she discovered wrote the lyrics to Malibu. She literally was in Malibu and was like, I never came to the beach or stood by the ocean. I never sat by the sun. Like literally, that's how she said it. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's how you wrote it, Miles? So knowing that now, it makes me like this song even more. I mean, it's so beautifully written. I absolutely love the fact that she just does certain things where she just sings it up the octave in some parts. And I'm like, you know what? I applaud that. That's amazing. I do like Malibu. I think it's a really pretty song. I always love hearing it when it's on in the car. I mean, it would be a dream, to go to Malibu and play this song while you're driving on the highway and whatnot. I would love that. And I love this song. Track number 3, Rainbowland, features Dolly Parton. This is the last song off of the album, I know. And I love how it begins with a voicemail message.
Hey, Miley.
Hey, Miley.
It's me. I'm in Nashville. I'm on my way to Dollywood, busy as you are. I'll run you off a CD later. Oh, I'm so hot.
I'm so hot, too.
I got a flip phone, too. But anyhow, see what you think. And here I go. Come on.
Come on.
Living in a rainbow land where everything goes as planned, and I smile. We are rainbows, me and you, every color, every hue that shines up.
Oh, Dolly. We stand
Together
Dolly.
we can start living in a rainbow land.
Okay, so with Rainbowland, the thing is that this is never a song I honestly truly ever seek out. I do like it, but it is just kind of like, in a sense, I hate using this term because it's not completely right, but it's just kind of like a bunch of nonsense. But I love it, so don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, it's not really, I'm you know, in a weird way, though, it's amazing that the gays have not flocked to this song, because we all want to be living in a rainbow land. And me as a gay man too, but you know, you get the drift. But what I think makes this song so much worth it is just how nice Dolly sounds and how nice Miley and Dolly sound together. And there's some really cool production elements I didn't hear before that those oohs at the end. I was like, ooh, Miley. I mean, like I said, lyrically, I don't really like, there's nothing in here I'm like, oh my God. But it's nice to hear it because I think Dolly is what elevates the song to the whole new level. And we stan Dolly Parton, we stan Miley Cyrus, and you know, I wouldn't say I stan Rainbowland, but I like Rainbowland, and it's always a pleasant, it's pleasant to hear it. Okay, we are officially on to all the rest of the songs, which I don't know, so I'm so excited. So this is track number 4, Week Without You. So here we go. Oh, I forgot to say, there were also, so I know how I said that there were two singles for this album, okay? There were also, I want to make sure I get this right, let me check my notes, yeah. There were 2 promo singles also as well for this album, and this was the second promo single. So actually I'm going to restart it just to get the full experience, but there you go.
If I spend a week without you, bet you wonder what I do.
Okay.
I think that I'd start going now.
Where are you
If
going?
I kiss another dude,
Oh, okay.
bring me down, down,
Now.
with your bad attitude. If I spend a week without you, and my old blue jeans, I'm sick of wearing this silly dress.
Oh, that was pretty. Okay, so that was Week Without You, and I gotta say, this song was actually rather interesting. So I want to get this out of the way, because I just feel like I have to do it. In the song, Miley says that she's gonna put on her old blue jeans, and I was like, at first I was like, wait, did I just hear what I thought I just heard? And I did, because I brought up the lyrics, and I was like, I stan, even though it's probably not a Hannah Montana reference, obviously, I'm here for it. Although maybe it probably is, like, maybe it could have been I don't know. You never know. But so one thing I was getting with the song is that it's basically her fantasizing what she would do for a week that her significant other is gone. And what I was finding really interesting with the song is that I was kind of like in this midpoint. I was like, does she actually really want him to go, or is she just kind of like hypothesizing if she wants him to go? You know what I mean? Like, she's like, well, he was like, babe, what would you do if I was gone for a week? And she was like, well, I would, you know, do all these things. And then there's the bridge where she says, you know, I miss you, babe. Feels like I've known you since I was just 7 years old. You used to make me smile, but now you don't do that anymore. And I was like, well, that's just sad. And she's like, it feels like I'm always just crying and sleeping alone, but when I think of you gone, I know. But then it ends with her saying, you know, I miss you, babe. And I'm like, so I feel like this woman is confused. Whoever she's portraying in this song, she's just a little torn. She doesn't know. She kind of knows what she wants, but she almost doesn't want to admit it to herself. And you know what? I've all been there. And I have a feeling that this song will benefit from a few repeat listens, because I really did, like, there was a bounce to it. And I did find myself enjoying the verses much more than I enjoyed the chorus, which is rare for me to say. I feel I'm always like, I don't know what those verses were, and that chorus was great. This one, it was the opposite, and so I appreciate that. Giving me some good verses, and maybe not the strongest chorus, but some really good verses. So I'm here for that, and I did like Week Without You. Track number 5 is called Miss You So Much, which I think is really funny that this comes right after the last song because she says, you know, I'd miss you, babe. So maybe she did leave the guy and now she's, I don't know. Here we go. Let's just listen.
They say love can drive you crazy, my dear. But how can I miss you so much with no idea?
Oh.
They say to death's never been my fear.
Oh my.
You can take my blood, take my bones, my heart is yours, I'll volunteer. Everyone under the God is so full of shit, but you were just so sheer. When you look up at the cosmos, do you ever wonder if there's really even men?
These kind of sound like sadder versions of the vocals in Malibu right here. Okay, this was another actually rather interesting track. One thing I gotta say for it is what it did is that it had such an atmosphere. It was just like this, I don't even know how to describe it. It felt so otherworldly. I feel like this is what Dead Petz was trying to achieve with some of its ballads, taking you in this headspace, and I feel like this one actually achieved in doing it. The lyrics were really, really sad. So the gist I was getting out of this song, and again, you can take it many ways, and we'll talk about what I realized when, you know, reading the lyrics, but is that she is with a person in their life, and this person is not who they used to be either. I kind of took it as in more my lane, is that someone who is just changing. They're not the person that you met. They don't reflect what you used to see about them. And you're still there with them, and it's like, in a sense, to me, I was like, well, how can I miss you so much when you're right here? Because it's like, even though you're physically right here, you're not who you once were. And I was like, and especially with some of the things that I've just gone through this year with people that have walked out of my life, I'm like, damn, I'm like, that got me there. So when you bring these lyrics up on Genius, it shows also, I gotta tell you, I should promote this website, because thankfully some people sometimes put bios or like what the song meanings are next to them. And according to this, there was an interview where Miley was asked what was the hardest song to sing. And she said it was this one, and the song was written about a friend of hers whose boyfriend OD'd. And I was like, that's sad. And, you know, knowing that and listening to it, I'm like, yeah, I can hear that. And it's sad. I mean, some of these lyrics are just really profound. I mean, right here where she goes, you're my God, you're my faith, on my knees I look at you and I revere, but how can I miss you so much when you're right here? When you look up at the cosmos, do you ever wonder if there's really even an end? I mean, this is deep. Like, Miles, oh my goodness. Yeah, I would so listen to this again. I feel like this would sound so good with headphones, well, I feel bad for her friend. I feel bad for Miley. She's taken this hard too, but this is a very beautifully written song, and I really did like it. Track number 6, I Would Die For You.
You are everything to me.
Okay.
How could I never let you know all the dreams? I am yours and you are mine. I have your heart. I don't even need a ring. Thing to me. And I will die for you.
You know, I really was not feeling this one. I don't usually like songs that are like, I'm nothing without you, or like things like this, I would die for you. What I was getting out of the lyrics, and maybe this is supposed to be the ironicness of it, but she keeps telling him that he's gonna reap what he sows, and that she would die for him. And I'm like, Miley, if he's gonna reap what he sows, you probably do not want to do anything with him. yeah, I don't know. The picture she was painting of this dude, I was like, Miles, get a better man, anything, literally anything. So, and just the song, I mean, it's fine, but I just, lyrically, I was not grooving with it, and, you know, maybe, again, it's probably part of the ironicness of it, but, yeah, I just, sonically, I mean, like I said, it was fine, but it didn't really, I didn't love it. Track number 7, Thinkin'. So here we go.
I don't know where you always go. Why you trying to keep it on the low? I'm always like, Dalton seems just a little sus.
Just a little sus.
If there ain't no trust. Now I'm longing for your touch, 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 touch.
Okay.
I've been thinking way too much. I've been thinking way too much. You won't pick up the phone. Now I'm sitting here alone. Do you do this just for fun? I've been thinking way too much. I've been thinking way too much. All I do is touch. I've been thinking way too much. I've been thinking way too much. You won't pick up the phone.
Okay, I stan this song because in a weird sense, this is a bop, but it's not like a bop, but it's like a light bop, and you're kind of like, you know what, we've all been here in this situation where whether it be your significant other or a friend or anything, where you're just like, where you're thinking way too much and maybe overanalyzing a situation. I've known people in my life that do that, and I'm just like, you gotta calm down. You gotta just yeah, you can't think too much. If you think too much and the thing overcomes you, it's just, you can't, like, it, I don't know. That's, wow. I feel like this one hit a lot of people in the core. What was I gonna say? I thought that this song to me, it sounded like it was a light mix of if you combined FU and Permanent December and you combine them into one song but like stripped away most of the heavy production. I feel like this is what you would get, and I was here for it. I mean, it was catchy, it was just a lot of fun, and a light bop, and I feel like this could have had possibly some single potential. I don't know if it would have done how well it would have done, but I could have definitely seen them being like, okay, we need another single, what can we use? And I feel like this one would have maybe been a good choice, but I liked it. I will listen to it again, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Track number 8, Bad Mood.
All the same, I'm always thinking about you. What life would be if we didn't meet. I always wake up in a bad mood. Open my eyes, then I'm on my feet. Lie on me. I wake up in a bad mood. I wake up in a bad mood. Then you can see, and you know I'm never giving up. I ain't stopping till I know I'm free. Ooh. I wake up in a bad mood. I wake up in a bad mood. I get tired. I've had enough.
Ah,
I
love
wake up
that.
in a bad mood.
Sounds like a trot.
I wake up in a bad mood. And when the light starts getting dim.
This was actually another interesting piece. So I'm going to put a like next to it because I really did like it. And I feel like there's a lot of ways you can interpret these lyrics. So I'm going to be honest here, is that I'm not really like, I couldn't never say I'm like I'm not a morning person, even though I wouldn't prefer it. But like when I wake up in the morning, I'm kind of just, I'm me. I don't know. I don't really act all that different. So I'm not really relating to the idea of, you know, waking up in a bad mood. That's not really my groove. But what I was like, I was getting something in these lyrics, and I feel like this dude that she's with just is causing her to wake up in a bad mood. But then there was a lyric here, and I was like, is she saying what I think she's saying? And it was where she's like, I'm always waking up in a bad mood. I'm sick of rushing straight. Oh, well, I guess maybe I didn't think it wrong. So I'm rushing straight to the sink. And I assumed she meant like throwing up, which maybe it could still be that. But I was like, oh my God, is the bitch pregnant? I was like, is she with child? maybe that's not. Maybe I was just taking that one too much to heart. But again, music's always open to interpretation. But I really did, what I think was my favorite part about the song was the drive, the almost trot to it, and the backing vocals. I really was standing that. I feel like, again, this one reminded me of just being on like a horse and buggy and like that trot that it had with it. I really like this. I think she gave a good performance in the song, and it definitely sticks out. So I'm happy I put a like next to it, and I'll be interested to listen to this one again. Track number 9, Love Someone. Oh, that was nice.
I don't know what you've been told or what they say about me. Dealing with all your stress, I'm starting to think you have no heart. Yeah, you don't even have a soul.
Oh.
You always give in, or you try to end up protecting you from what you need to know.
What does he need to know?
Ever since the day that I met you, I knew you weren't the one. But nothing ever stops me from forgetting, packing all my shit and moving on. Care when I need you most, you know you never let me a cold day in hell before I'd ever be your wife. That's right. Ever since the day that I met you, I knew you weren't the one.
We're getting the octave up.
You gotta love someone. You gotta love someone.
I love this song. Miley said up front, I don't need you, I'm out, goodbye. The lyrics in this I really thought were really cool. The one where she was, at first when she was like, where is it? I want to make sure I get it right. Ever since the day I met you, I knew you weren't the one. At first I thought she said that she was, and I was like, oh, well, you know, I get it. But when she was like, I knew you weren't it, and I was like, damn! I was like, okay, packing my dang, because I made, dang. This one hit hard. I think this might be my favorite. I love a bad bitch song, and this is so far the baddest bitch of them all. She was like, I'm out, I don't need you. Wow, I was not expecting some of the material that we're getting on this album, and this one I really wasn't either, but I am thriving with that, so I'm going to put a like next to it, because that to me is so far my standout, because I was like, yes, bitch, you don't need him, and I liked it. Track number 10, She's Not Him, so that's an interesting title.
Honey, you gave
These vocals to me are so far very Pablo the Blowfish, and I'm here for that.
me things I can't buy back with money. You changed my life. Possible to let him go. You're not him. She's not him. When you walk through my door, I swear to God, you're more beautiful than before, but you're not him.
That was actually really pretty. So what the title was giving me, it was giving me very gay vibes, you know, she's not him. And basically, the lyrics are basically about that she's been in a relationship with a dude, but then she left him, and now she's with this, or she was with a girl, but regardless of the fact that even though she's attracted to her, all's well there, she's not him. She doesn't replace him in what he did for her, and that's okay. And I really loved the etherealness of this whole song. And what's nice too is that if you go on, again, Genius Lyrics, it says that Miley wrote this song because she wanted to normalize bisexuality, and we stand that. And that She's Not Him, I want to make sure I get this right, takes an approach to a pansexual love in a way that has yet to appear in mainstream music. In this song, her eventual return to a man does not negate her relationship with a woman. And I'm like, that's nice. I really appreciate that. Oh, wait, listen to this. It says right here, fans have suggested that this song is about Stella Maxwell, with whom Cyrus was rumored, ooh, we love a rumor, rumors, to be in a belief, oh, cash, oh, okay, we stand. I didn't know about that. I knew Miley was bi, but I didn't know that. Okay, so we stand that. I'm gonna put a like next to that because it was very pleasant to listen to. Because I mean, regardless if you're a lesbian, gay, anything, you can relate to this song because it's really just about people at the end of the day. That this person is just not who that person was to me, and that's cool. It's fine. It's okay, and I appreciate that. That's really nice. Track number 11, the final track of the album, is called Inspired. This was the song that was also a promo single. It was the first promo single. So here we go, Inspired. We love guitar. Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty, man.
Oh man, more. You're the handle on the door.
Oh, that's lovely.
Escape all the fear and all the hate. You're the handle on the door that opens up to change. I know it sounds so strange.
That's lovely. Okay, so this song is actually really simple. It's a very feminist song. I appreciate that. But again, music is open to interpretation, so I took a lot of inspiration in this too. Basically, this song is just about take what inspires you and put that out into the universe. Be the best you can be. And I like that. In here too, it says that Miley also did draw inspiration from her father, and oh, that's sweet. Aww. So I actually really enjoyed this one, and I think it's a nice subdued closer to the album. It showcases Miley's vocals really well, and I feel like she would have done this one rather well live. I feel like it means a lot to her, and I could see for a lot of people how it would mean a lot to them. Okay, guys, so we did it. We just finished Miley Cyrus's 6th, well, that was 10. This is 6. One day we'll get to 10. But her 6th studio album, Younger Now. And I am actually really happy that I finally took the time to listen to this album. So I'm happy to say that I really did enjoy this album, and I think it's a nice body of work from Miley. But I don't think it's also, again, much like in a different sense from Dead Petz, I don't think this is everyone's cup of tea. This is a very down, even down tempo doesn't seem like the right way to say it, but it's a very, I don't even know what the word would be to describe it. It's a little different than I expected it to be, because it's not the most reflective album I thought it was going to be, but I really did enjoy it. So out of 11 songs, there's only one that I really disliked, which was I Would Die For You, and lyrically I just wasn't grooving with it. But I think my two standouts of the album, I think, were Thinkin. What was the other one? I really did like Love Someone, She's Not Him, Younger Now, obviously Malibu. I think that this is an album you kind of have to be in the mood for because it's so subdued that you need to be in in the headspace that's proper for it. It's not going to get you on the dance floor like Can't Be Tamed or twerking like oh my god, what's Bangerz? And the one thing that was getting me with this album is that I thought that a lot of the lyrics were going to be very reflective about her and stuff like that. Well, in a sense they were. There were some surprises to me, like with lyrically in songs like Miss You So Much or I Would Die For You or Bad Mood. I was just like, these lyrics are a little more, not like just a little more, I don't even know how to put it, like more about someone else, you know? I was not expecting that at all. While I did thoroughly enjoy this album, and I think it's a good body of work, I don't know how much I'm going to be flocking to it. I really do feel like, in a sense, though, like when Miley builds up her discography even more, this is going to be like the hidden gem in her in her catalog, because even sitting here I'm kind of like not that I would rather, but I realize that I kind of do prefer like even Meet Miley Cyrus, what is it, Breakout or Can't Be Tamed. Like Can't Be Tamed is really going up there in my top. I think it's actually already surpassed Bangerz because I'm really enjoying Can't Be Tamed. But, you know, I feel like this is the album she had to do after everything that was the Bangerz era. And I feel like she kind of threw away, because the one thing I would say this album is fun. And I feel like even I could say fun about, even though fun if you're like high as hell for a Dead Petz. I feel like she kind of threw out everything and went back to basics, but more of like her bluegrass country roots, even though I would argue there's still some rock influence here. And I feel like with this next era we're getting with Plastic Hearts, I feel like we're taking the best of everything she's done. I feel like Midnight Sky has very reflective lyrics, but it's a bop and it's rocky. So I feel like I feel like this new album is gonna be the one, and I'm excited for that. So, you know what, I'm going to give Younger Now a couple of re-listens. Again, I feel like this is an album where one day it's going to hit you. Much like Madonna's Bedtime Stories. I'll never forget the first time I listened to it. I was like, didn't like it. And then I reacted to it for my channel because I wanted to get the chance to know it. And even then I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know, not really my thing. And now I stan it so hard. So I feel like time is going to be, this album is going to age like a fine wine. I feel like unlike some other things from her catalog. So I feel like that's a blessing in its own self. So I'm not even mixed, but I'm just like, we'll see. I'm going to see where I head with this one, and I'll be interested to find out. But what do you guys think of Younger Now? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Salvador J. Rocha, Twitter at Sal Says Stuff, and I will see you guys tomorrow when we tackle her EP, She Is Coming, which I know 2 songs off of, so I'm excited for that. And I'll see you towards the end of the week when we tackle her new studio album, oh my god, I'm Plastic Hearts, duh. And also, just to give you guys references to when I'm filming this, it's currently 4:24 p.m. on a Thursday. And in just a few short hours, the new single, oh my god, I forgot the title of it, but I know Dua Peep's in it, drops. And we'll be reacting and doing that later today. I won't be able to do it right as it comes out. It'll be maybe up a few hours later because I've got stuff I got to do in a little bit. But just so you get the reference, you'll see it by the time this goes live, so it's just a little Easter egg. But thank you guys so much for watching. I leave on a pun, and I'm just going to keep it go simple. You guys make me feel like I'm living in a rainbow land, and I feel so much younger now. Bye, guys. See ya.